Alright everybody, this is really good. Top 10 Reasons Why Velikovsky is Wrong About Worlds in Collision by Leroy Ellenberger. Now this guy literally had 30 years of exposure to Velikovsky's ideas, which includes 8 years as insider at his journal Kronos. He was a confidant to him for about a year. Uh, Invited devil's advocate at Aeon 88 to 91 and 13 years as a turncoat critic interacting with Velikovsky's defenders and or successors at conferences in private and online. Well, I just wanted to show people this because as I look more and more into it, I'm realizing that this Velikovsky stuff is the root of Electric Universe. And basically when you want to take out a tree, you take out the roots too. And this is the roots right here. You're looking at it. Study these things and look at all this stuff. You know, it's just incredible how these mythologists still continue to argue for their points when the main guy, who was the main supporter of Velikovsky himself, realized that Velikovsky was absolutely full of crap. That's pretty bad. That pretty much does it in. And if anybody wants to really like argue for Velikovsky, they have to do their history, man. They have to look at what this guy has to say. I just wanted to show people this because I just started reading it, and it goes hand in hand with Stellar Metamorphosis as well. Number 9 really, it just makes so much sense. I can't believe it. How Electric Universe people ignore this stuff. It says here, the orbit of Venus cannot circularize on Velikovsky's timescale, regardless of what Einstein allegedly said in 1955. Electromagnetism is no panacea, and chaos theory cannot solve the phenomenon, contrary to the wishful thinking of Bass, or Bass, or whatever his name is. Basically, Velikovsky just had Venus doing whatever he wanted it to do, and making the planets just chaotically running around all around the place within a few thousand years. And this is the really cool one. The bristlecone pine survived the global catastrophe at 3500 BP that Velikovsky claimed killed all trees, to which he replied to Ellenberger on Palm Sunday 1978. So they survived, indicating cavalier attitude toward disconfirming evidence. Dennis Rollins noted that this could stand by itself as a complete disproof of worlds in collision. So basically you have an entire Electric Universe group of mythologists who believe in worlds in collision, and this simple little tree just shows how all of that is just complete nonsense. Just a little bristlecone pine tree. Can you believe it? Something as small as that. I hate to really talk bad about a lot of the Electric Universe people, but I'm just trying to do you a favor. Don't look at a lot of what they have to say, and if you do, realize that a lot of it is absolute nonsense. I mean, have the same attitude as you would towards mainstream nonsense like dark matter and particle theory. That stuff is absolute trash. But, really be skeptical about this stuff. And go ahead and read this. I'll link it to the bottom of the page. But, yeah. Just because I don't accept Electric Universe doesn't mean I accept mainstream explanations. I think both mainstream is full of shit in many regards, and I think Electric Universe is full of shit in many regards, and I believe they both have their points, their valid points, but the trick is, pointing out that stuff. Really, analyzing it and thinking critically about these issues is where I am. not just accepting them because they come from authority or because they come from some dude that has a PhD behind his name. That's just bullcrap. You should really only accept ideas if they make sense to you and they don't conflict with what we actually observe. Basically, that's it. All right.